Today I'm updating you on the garden. We're going to be looking at everything from our fall items all the way to our most recently planted items, and let's get into it. So welcome back. The first thing I wanted to look at was our potatoes. If you remember, we put our chitted CHITTED potatoes out here about 2 weeks ago, maybe 10 days ago, and they're already sprouting. You can see we put 6 potatoes out here, but you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 sprouts. So those different areas that they sprouted is giving us, more sprouts than the amount of potatoes that we put out. So those are looking good. Our greens, you can see our greens have gone to seed, which is what we anticipated this time of year. So what I can do is to put mesh bags around these and catch these seeds. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might. Either way, I know I can do that and capture those seeds to be able to use those for later this year when it's time to put greens out. Now, this is something I wanted to ask you about. We had a major fail in the garden. Finally grew onions from seeds and attempted to transplant them, and you can see only maybe 1 survived here. The rest of these, my goodness, they look like something will just, attack them. But I don't know what happened, but I transplanted them out of the bucket. And when I transplanted them out of the bucket, they just kind of went bye-bye. So I don't know what's going on with those there. Here's some of our carrots, and here are some more carrots that we have. They're progressing very well. They'll need some more time this spring, early, all over into the early summer, maybe even midsummer before they're ready. So they are progressing well here in the garden. Our Egyptian walking onions are coming along, and they're gonna spread out, and we planted those in the fall, so they're doing well. It's so funny how similar the onions and garlic look to each other, but they're progressing well here in the garden. We have garlic galore, and so you can see that it is continuing to do well. This is just one set of garlic. This is actually, I did about 3, maybe 4 succession plantings of garlic just because I had so much to put out, and I also was so busy. So this is like the second set, so it's not even the tallest set out here. The tallest set is going to be this set, and this is actually garlic that I planted. This is from last year's harvest. I actually took those bulbs apart and replanted some of those bulbs, and so that is actually what this particular container is, and it's like a feeding container that people use for cattle. And I just got some empty clean ones to use as containers, so you can use a lot of different things as containers. I put copper tape around this because that's supposed to help with the slugs and keep them off. Also, I'm going to probably do some beer traps to keep those slugs off of the plants. We have lots of onions out here also. We also succession planted these onions, so this is probably this is the initial set, and there's also a second set in this same container. Let me say this, I learned the first year that I did these that onions are going to need a lot of space, and they're going to take up a lot of containers. So there's certain things that do better in these long rectangle style containers for grow bags like this, and onions are one of those things that do better in these because you have to put so many in, and if I try to do these in like a circular container, I'd have a billion of those out here. It wouldn't work well. So those actually work better in these types of containers, and like I said, they're doing well. They're going to continue to stand up straight over time. I'm going to continue to do nitrogen fertilizer on them, and then whenever they start bulbing, we're going to switch over to our bone meal and our Langbienite, which we've talked about on other videos because that's for our root crops. And by the way, if you're learning anything at this time and getting any value out of this, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and then hit the notifications bell so you know whenever we release new videos. Let's check on our watermelons. Our sweet Siberian, he's partially shaded here, but there he is. We've got that sweet, or she is. We've got our sweet Siberian watermelon, and it is starting to do beautifully, like I said. So let's check on some of our other plants. We've got our North Georgia candy roaster, And so it's doing well. It's starting out. We will have to go ahead and prevent the squash vine borers. We wanted to give this one plenty of time to grow. I didn't want to put many seeds in this pot because this thing is going to get huge. Last year it had these gorgeous vines that I do have on tape that I can post later, but this one we want to give it plenty of room to grow and do its thing. We're going to cover it too, and then we'll do our kale and clay and a spinosad if necessary as this one gets bigger, so we can keep the squash vine borers and squash bugs at bay. Here are our potato onions that we put out in the fall. They're doing fantastic. That's what makes them stand apart from regular onions, is that these actually are purposely made to be put out in the fall, and then probably around mid-May, early May, it will be time to go ahead and get these. I'm going to continue to let them, do their thing. And a lot of times with onions, you're looking for them to kind of move from standing up more straight to flopping over. And then that's where we'll move over into our harvesting. But I will go ahead and tape that harvesting period with these. And they also will have to cure, and we'll discuss curing processes with onions and garlic. So let's look at our sweet Siberian melon again, because these are going to need a lot of calcium and a lot of space. Notice it looks very similar to our squash, and so it's only one in here. I only put 1 or 2 seeds in a pot because I want to give it room for that melon to grow, get the calcium it needs so it can grow big and it won't have to share with the other melons. So this is perfect. Our Black Beauty eggplant is here that we put out. It's like I said, all of these were put out 2 weeks or less ago. And so here's our Black Beauty eggplant. It's got a long way to go, but it last year did perfectly. We harvested on this up until I believe the beginning of December we harvested on this one. So perfect. And last but not least, Aunt Lou's Underground Railroad tomato. Look at how good this one did. I only put 3 or 4 seeds in here, and you can see there are 3 or 4 plants in here. So that's fantastic. That bodes very well. We'll continue to give it fertilizer, bone meal every couple of weeks. Again, get our free ultimate fertilizer guide to figure out what you need to fertilize with at what stage of growth. And sometimes you'll need to switch the type of fertilizer. It tells you exactly when to switch the fertilizer type. But I want to try these Aunt Lou's because they have the pleats in them, those heirloom tomatoes with the pleats, and I've been wanting to grow these grow these to maturity. So looking forward to these. Thanks for joining me today. We got our update on our seeds that we recently planted, and we'll continue to plant and succession plant throughout the year. I want to thank you for joining me. Again, grab the Ultimate Fertilizer Guide for free. It's linked in the description. Also, join our free school group if you want to ask questions and give recommendations to other gardeners, and we'll talk about the different times to plant, the best things for your zone, linked in the description. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.